well.
Not my typical jam.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that.
I listen to them when I'm angry, but not like their newer stuff. Usually their older stuff.
Well, it doesn't get much newer than that. It's Slipknot from 20 hours ago.
It's a Slipknot album.
Yeah.
Same like when an AC/DC album comes out. It's an AC/DC album.
Do they still release like new music?
Hell yeah. Put an album out a couple years ago.
Really? Wow.
I refuse to listen
Yeah,
to AC/DC.
why?
I just refuse.
Holy cow, that's crazy.
Once I learned to play guitar, I stopped listening to AC/DC.
Fair enough.
Is it because you just were rocking it too well on your own? Or you just saw there was better shit out there?
I just build off the same riff over and over and over again and make an entire career out of it, and everybody'd call me a genius.
You got 4 strings, you're good to go. Good to go. Yeah.
You have seen what passes as music. Like, it's not just an issue.
Yeah,
rock and
I know.
roll.
But my problem is that everybody runs around talking about that Angus is just a guitar god, and it's like, no, he's not. No, he's not. I mean, they put him in the same sentence with like Eddie Van Halen for being an innovator. And like, man, I'm not an Eddie Van Halen fan. I am not, but fuck you for saying it, you know? Shit. Well, as you probably able to tell, we smack back at it again with the full 3 of us.
Hello.
And this week, no LJ, so.
Oh, that's random. Okay. I guess you just can't catch any of us.
Last
together,
week we
can
had
you?
LJ, but no Krista, or last time, 2 weeks.
Peanut butter, no jelly. Ham, no burger.
Well, I don't know that it goes that way.
Yeah, ham, no, what?
Y'all ain't never got 2 things to go
ham,
together.
no burger. I just got that. Sorry, wow.
Kool-Aid, no sugar. Peanut butter, no jelly. Ham, no burger. Damn.
I
There's
took
your
it too
Friday
as literal
quote
as
of the
like
day.
ham and burger, and I was like, no, that's not what he meant.
That's a quote from Friday.
It's always going to be a Friday quote.
It's the new Oh Brother. Actually, probably not, because only I can do it really well. Oh Brother, everybody can do.
Yeah.
That's the more fun one.
That's right. Squirrel Everett. So we get together every couple weeks. I don't know. See, because we're not going to be able to do it in 2 weeks. So I got to figure out, are we going to do it next week, or are we going to skip like a couple, wait for 3 weeks? I mean, we'll have to just see what plays out. But because 2 weeks, we have a poker night. And the last time, I think we did the podcast on a Thursday, but it never feels right when we do.
It doesn't, because we have one more day of work.
Yeah.
And that always throws the vibe off.
Yeah.
Friday, the vibe is, oh, I've got shit to do tomorrow.
Yep.
So we're good. Thursdays, you're preparing to get that last day done.
Yeah.
Well, I can only speak for myself. But that's what I use Thursday for, to get ready for that Friday and then unleash the hounds of joy.
Unleash hell, as they would say in Gladiator.
That's right. Or you tell them hell's coming and I'm coming with it, or something like that.
It's Patrick Swayze, right?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just trying to make people that are fans of Tombstone's heads explode, so.
I inadvertently did that, I think. Well, how the hell everybody doing?
Good.
Sober.
I am, too. I have 2 performances tomorrow, so definitely no drinking tonight.
It's the final.
You fools!
It's the final day of September.
What does that mean?
That means I have 1 more month. Well, not technically. Actually, I have 4 weeks from today until I can let myself drink beer again.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I came pretty close to whipping into the parking lot of the local shoot 'em up down here to pick up some beer, and I thought, man, I've made it 1 month.
Yeah, you can do another
I can do another month.
Yeah.
Believe
This is how sobriety happens,
Well,
I'm just saying.
Because
Oh
it's
my
not even.
gosh.
Well, it's not even technically that it's sobriety for 2 months. Actually,
this is true.
it's actually not even that. It's just like no beer. I'll drink whiskey, fucking evident by a bottle I bought a week ago that's just about tapped out. So
Yeah.
the old green liquor going a little heavy.
Well, that's great to have that as an uptick.
Yeah, kind of. Except it makes me feel like an idiot. So.
Oh, well, shit.
So
That's worth it. I think
how-
it's worth it.
So how's your week going?
Fine. So I was probably going to use a different word than just went K. It was
Yeah.
K.
Well, that's true. You got coworkers that listen to this show once in a while.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, actually, as a matter of fact, which I asked permission, my boss is taking, I think, have I mentioned that she was thinking about doing jiu-jitsu classes?
Yes.
On this show?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned it to
Yeah.
us, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
Okay.
if it's on the show.
She did it. She had her second class yesterday. I have to say, I'm very proud of this woman.
Ready to take on Mackenzie Dern?
No, but she's ready to take on some of the elderly folks in this fine county of ours.
I get behind that. I can fucking get behind that 100%.
A fellow champion of the fucking cause, right? No, I just think it's cool.
Don't the elderly get a leg up on you or something? Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They don't want to work.
They just want to fucking bother me.
That's it.
And they do.
Sit around doing nothing.
Yeah, that's right. So, Jackie, you need to get out there and start fucking rear naked choking some of these elderly
Take care
people.
of the elderly. Let them know what's up. Not Meemaw, especially Meemaw.
Oh my gosh.
As well. Goddamn, you could probably get them both. It's not like the elderly are strong.
That's right. Yeah, you got to look out for the ones that's got a lot of citrical in their cart because they might be rocking some, illegal substances there to kind of get in the way of your fuckery.
Or Metamucil, where they might poop on you. That's a great defense mechanism, is shitting on someone.
Yeah, you don't want to get the elderly in a bear hug because then you start getting that weird, like acoustic bubble wrap thing coming from the trousers. Like, I think I made him shit. I think I made him shit.
That's why I can't do BJJ classes, because the first thing I'm going to do is shit my pants. On purpose.
Okay. Well, just for a lark?
No, make sure I win.
Oh, fair enough.
How are you going to get the go-go on anybody if you're busy inhaling my dookie?
Oh my God.
Well, they might very well utilize that as a point of rage and just really, really tap you out, and then make you talk out one side of your mouth the rest of your life.
I don't know. I find it really hard to be able to be smelling shit and then also trying to beat someone up.
Talking professionals here, sir. Professionals.
Okay, on the street then. On the street. If it ever happens, first thing I'm doing is I'm shitting myself on purpose.
On the street.
On the street. I'm gonna pull guard and shit myself.
Oh my gosh.
They ain't gonna teach that in your class, Jackie.
Probably not.
Only in the class of the streets.
Well, it's better that than you've seen the fucking the self-defense courses they do just for women. It's like, you do this and then you hit them a 1, 2, 3. I'm like, no, there's not. There's
1,
not
2, 3. There better just be one.
Well, that's it, because the whole thing of if they grab your wrist, you push down violently and then you hit them 1, 2, 3, and then you run. It's like,
No.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. My
Why not get
understanding is nose or eyes. If you go for those.
Headbutt them right on the bridge of the nose if they're the same height as you. If they're not, there is no honor here. Kick them right square in the balls.
Go for the balls or the eyes.
Yeah. Balls and eyes, that's it.
I mean, it doesn't seem
I'm sure there's got to be some kind of a nursery rhyme about that.
That sounds like a really cool metal song.
balls and eyes.
Isn't that an AC/DC song?
It is. Eyes on your balls. That's it. That is.
I have noticed a trend at my place. Talking like Al Swearinger there. No. Well, I don't even want to say at my business, but just in public. A lot of people in this town are having the worst days of their life.
Yes. It's
Why?
a bad time right now.
Well, I'll keep it vague. In the past week at my job, probably a half dozen people have come in with situations that would probably, unless they've just had a really, really bad run of it, and this is a good thing, the absolute worst thing that could happen to them.
Oh, that's so awful.
And then they come in to buy pot, and then they tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Because you're a bud tender.
I am, man, and I'm friendly. God damn it, am I friendly?
Got a strain back there for, the death of a loved one and,
Yes.
a case of shingles.
Exactly.
Case of shingles right on the rectum.
Yeah. I mean, cancer patients with 2 years or less I've dealt with this week. And that, it's been draining. It has drained me. I've even had to have some coworker, someone would come in, and I'd be in the kitchen, eating a burrito I got from Stripes. And they ask, how you doing today? Oh, terrible. This has been a really bad day. And you can just see my body language change.
To tell them you want it to get worse, go to Stripes and get a burrito.
I will not.
Any regularity problems you have.
I will not sit here and allow you to tarnish the good name of Laredo Taco Shop, sir.
Getting the old
I think it is Laredo.
They still doing that shit, the Contender and the Champion or some shit?
No, there. It's the L. It's full of bacon.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it. It's L something. Matador.
That'd be a bull.
It might be
bacon?
bull meat. Full of bull meat.
A bunch of bull bacon.
Damn, that's a great term. That's fucking bull bacon, sir.
It does sound like
Bacon.
like refuting some facts, right?
The Stripes does do a kick-ass egg roll, though. I'll give him that.
It does kind of, it makes some sense. There's a weird balance that exists in the universe, and I found myself happier than normal lately, so clearly a lot of people must be having a very bad day.
Well, I don't know. It's just a weird time. Like, there's a lot of bad, not a lot of good. I know I'm fucking describing it like it's a Disney movie.
Yeah, but then you get to hang around with this fountain of joy over here,
Yeah, I love coming over here to drown my sorrows with sober people.
Yay!
Well, you do know I'm only sober for like 1 hour.
That's true. This is a good point.
About that time, then that's when the fun things start kicking in.
But yeah, other than that, though, I really don't have a lot to complain about.
It is something we've done lately. Whenever we bring up anything having to do with weed or your job or whatever.
Yeah.
So so far the feds have left states alone that have went their legal route,
Right.
by and large.
Sure.
But there's an issue now. There's a guy on one of the Pueblo reservations up north that was growing his own, and the feds came in, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and took all of his shit. And the argument was, well, this is federal land. This ain't state.
Dude, fuck that. You go through a federal checkpoint, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Las Cruces and buy weed and you happen to come back and you hit that checkpoint. If that dog hits that, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble, mister.
Even in a state where you could be a patient and everything, huh?
That's so
Doesn't matter.
That would be an interesting one because it would force the federal government's hand of doing something.
We're getting there. We're
Yeah.
getting to the point where they're
Well,
going to have to address
we
it
know
one way or the other.
we know they aren't going to be able to put the genie back in the bottle.
Nope.
So at this
That-
point,
Oh, no.
at this
Yeah,
point, it's got to
yes.
be some fucking kind of the path to legalization on the federal level.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's already pressure on Texas after how much money New Mexico has made off of Texans.
That's okay. There's not a lot of people that would be coming to our area for any reason if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing is that they also are not, they're not coming over here just to buy $20 worth.
Yeah.
They're here to
Buying
dump a
a
mint.
lot.
Yeah.
And every time they come in and like someone will get some wax or a cartridge or something, I always tell them like, dude, or madam, whoever, if you get pulled over and they find
It's a
this,
controlled substance.
it's a felony
It's a
at that
federal
point.
offense.
It's altered marijuana,
It is
just like
a
crack.
federal offense.
You might as
Yeah.
well have crack.
Yep.
Man, that's some balls.
Lollipops, gummies, federal offense.
Yeah, it's all altered, so you're even more fucked than you were before.
Yep.
That's boy, Texas really with the times, huh?
It's a controlled substance, yeah. I actually know personally.
I've actually got to say that probably as far as just the quantity of weed, probably Texas has more than most states.
Oh, sure. And I bet it's pretty decent, especially the deeper south you get, where actually you get a little humidity.
I don't know. Depends.
I've never had Texas weed.
Oh, I have. That's what I grew up on. Of course, I grew up in Texas, so. If
I-
El Paso still counts, because it is halfway to Los Angeles from East Texas. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. If I have smoked Texas dirt weed, it's been inadvertently.
Yeah. I don't know. I've had far worse in the state of New Mexico pre-legalization
Yeah.
than I ever had in Texas. So.
The good old days. The old $50 brick weed.
Yeah. Well, and it was jammed together just, it was a brick.
Well,
It's a-
shit gets compacted when you hustle it through your butthole.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or like through a false bottom in a truck bed, right, or something. Or
I blunted many a fingernail trying to break that shit apart.
I thought I was going to be clever one night. I didn't have a grinder because I didn't really need a grinder for a lot of the good shit I'd get my hands on, up in certain mountain communities around here.
That's right.
But I put it into. I had like a mini food processor, and by mini, this thing was tiny. It was no bigger than a fist, really. It's slightly bigger than a fist.
Yeah, a little
like 4 inches
I
across,
have
right?
one. It's
And
just like a little handheld.
I threw a
Yeah.
bud in there, and I swear to fuck, it doled the blade on that thing, and didn't do shit to that wheat.
It's like you put a rock in there.
Yeah, and it sounded like one. It's going around and around, going bang, 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 bang. Like, what the fuck is this?
Look at it like, well, we got a few seeds off of it.
Like, anybody got a hammer? Go out there and get it on the concrete. Maybe we can bust it up that way.
The one thing we needed that is now, of course, readily available in the realm, we didn't have.
Oh,
It was
grinders?
a goddamn grinder.
Yeah. Even that, I don't even know if the grinders we have nowadays would deal with that
A
shit.
metal one would,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be fun, and it'd probably fuck up your grinder as far as like making it squeak when you ever tried to grind anything else.
Probably so.
Those plastic tip ones, though, nah, you'd be smoking plastic for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be interested to see what kind of a roadmap that they come up with for federal legalization, because that's going to make those states like this one where it's already legal. It's like, whatever. But, there are some other states that, oh, boy.
Yeah, they're gonna freak out.
Yeah,
Texas being one of them. A lot of states through the deep south. Not all, but a lot of them. Florida, I thought, is already,
They're med.
yeah. Well, so they'd be the next ones to take a rec step.
sure.
Arkansas is pretty close to going med, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They're like one of the few in the deep south that's actually kind of like, yeah, okay.
Yes.
I thought people in Arkansas were like really backward. Apparently not. Apparently they just like to fuck relatives. That's all.
That's the only part where they're backward at. One day it'll
To
be
quote Bob Marley,
normal as a can of beer or a can of chaw.
cannabis.
Hey now. Well, let's feel like at that point we should throw to commercial.
Let's go to commercial. Let's just do some way back shit.
All right.
Battleship presents Famous Sinkings, April 1987. Fleet Commander Robbie Grant fires the shot that sinks his brother's destroyer. This glorious moment is remembered as the last time Robbie was allowed in Michael's room. August 19th, 1987. Playing electronic battleship, Admiral Harold Burns Jr. programs a devastating attack. Dad
You
says,
sank my battleship.
and history is made. Battleship and electronic battleship from Milton Bradley. It's a hit.
I'm Johnny Bench. This is Krylon Spray Paint, the other leading national brand. And here comes my fast pitch, so watch close. Krylon Special Formula goes on smooth, just like a professional finish. And just 12 minutes later, it's dry to the touch. No runs, no drips, no errors. The other brand's still tacky after 1 hour. Let's see it again. Krylon dry after 12 minutes, other brand still tacky after 1 hour. Did you catch that? Krylon, for a smooth, fast professional finish.
Johnny Bench from back in the old days when athletes didn't get paid shit. They had to do commercials for a living.
That's an odd concept to even have to do a commercial for paint.
It is a little weird though, right?
Yeah,
Because you aren't going to see like a real marquee dude just retired from his sport out fucking selling, like, I don't know, fucking paint. Selling paint.
So weird.
I mean, maybe Krylon paid well for 1982, I think that was.
I guess. But
Yeah,
it-
1982, the year I was brought into the earth.
But that's a hell of a paradigm shift, though, is that you don't see athletes selling shit on TV anymore. If it is, it's like fucking Nike.
Yeah,
Yes.
or something they created, like proper 12 shit whiskey.
Oh, that asshole. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the guys that are a lot older end up in like weird. I feel like there was someone in an auto insurance commercial, a football player,
Yeah.
and sometimes they do like weird medicine commercials. Like,
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot. There are a lot of like commercials for the elderly
that
where you'll see
old,
Joe Namath every
yeah,
once in a
you'll
while.
get like
Oh,
the
yeah.
very old. Like they definitely have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Well, there's a weird one because I watch, I come home for lunch, and at 9 a.m., they're in a fucking thing on.
Oh gosh.
Worth watching, really. So, and I don't want to bring up YouTube and have to put together a list of some shit I want to watch. 'cause
Right.
I don't know my own mind, you know.
Not at that hour.
But yeah, so I just throw it on the CBS affiliate, and it's Price is Right. Okay.
Done.
But we know what the crowd is that watches game shows that time of day. Ain't a fucking soul under the age of 70. And so the weird, pitch man they had that comes out, and he doesn't identify himself. And it fucking bothered me for a while because I might be old Kev, but I ain't that goddamn old. This guy comes out and goes, "Hey, it's me again," And he's doing this big pitch on some shit. And it's like, what the fuck? J.J. Walker. He did a show called Good Times.
Yes, he
back
did.
in the 70s.
Yes, he did.
And, I didn't know. I was like, it's me again. Fuck you. Who are you?
Who are you?
He's dead, isn't he?
No. Unless it was like real recent or they're just still using him as a bitch man. Bob Vila was around for a while after he was dead, right?
I know I didn't change my profile picture if
Or
he
not,
did.
Not Bob. Billy Mays.
Yeah, James Carter Walker.
Yeah. So even the JJ is a bullshit thing, huh?
Oh, it was fucking the Hey guy that died.
Oh,
Rerun.
Rerun, yeah, okay.
Rerun's the one that passed
From
away.
What's Happening.
Yeah.
And then the reboot, What's Happening Now.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, you don't need to be aware. It was pretty terrible.
Fair enough. By the way, R.I.P. Coolio.
I know.
Not who?
Coolio. He was 59 years old. He was young.
Yeah.
That, man, I got to say, I appreciate what he did. Because the fucking guy basically did it the way he wanted to do it. And then that's it. You didn't see him again.
Yeah.
People can talk about how great of a businessman Jay-Z is. You can't get that fucking guy out from in front of the cameras half the time.
Yeah.
Because he's constantly selling something. Usually his own records, usually out of his own label, whatever. But he's actively involved. Coolio went, how much do I got in the bank? Bye. I'm out. I'm gone. You people don't have a hold on me anymore. And fucking you never saw him again.
That was it.
Hey. And, known for the hair.
Yeah.
I love his hair.
And fucking not being a fan of Weird Al Yankovic.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he wasn't a big fan of...
Oh, it's because Al did one of his songs.
Yeah,
huh?
but here's the thing about Al Yankovic. This fucker will ask. He will try his damnedest fucking be like, do you mind? Like, he asked Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was totally fine with it. Nirvana did it. He did the Nirvana cover. Nirvana was almost fucking honored, it seemed. Coolio, the song came out, and then after the song came out, he wasn't pleased. Almost like maybe he gave his blessing, then he heard the songs like, oh, wait a minute, he's talking shit? He's talking shit about me being Amish? So he wasn't a fan. Like, he actually called him out on it after he won a Grammy for that song, which was kind of weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an odd flex.
He's like, man, I'm not a fan of it, but, good luck to him.
Oh, my God.
Like, all right. Well, Weird Al wins yet again.
I guess. Yeah, apparently, by longevity, if for nothing else. Mead update for the week. I was going to have yeast already ordered, already in hand. I was going to get us fucking honey, and we're going to start a batch this week. We're not doing that.
No.
We actually have one of the best batches we ever made was one of the real early ones. And we had utilized yeast from White Labs, and it was a sweet mead liquid yeast. And the flocculation out of that shit was fucking bonkers.
Sure, yeah,
but it
liquid
made
is always
such a smooth batch at the end of the day.
And really one of the prettiest batches we've ever done.
Very
So,
cool.
so a friend, a guy we know,
Yeah, an acquaintance.
a guy we know
A fella.
is going to pick us up some of that when he goes to one of the big cities around here and goes to one of these microbrew, supply places, and we'll have that. So once that is in hand,
Then we'll get to work.
Then we will get to work, and we're going to probably do a batch, let it go through primary for probably 2-3 weeks out at the outside, move it immediately to secondary, and then crank in another batch.
Yeah. Because we're getting 2 vials, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good news.
So the only thing I can see derailing this is if they don't treat that yeast right on the return voyage to here.
Well, it's this guy's reputation on the line
Yeah,
as far as knowing about this type of stuff,
that's true.
which is very important to him.
Well, he's a pleaser. Pleasers are great because
Oh, yeah.
you can usually expect them to hold up their end of the deal. The only ones you don't want are people that are pleasers, but they're shitty pleasers, right?
Yes. Oh, I know.
Seriously,
I
though.
know the
No,
kind.
I know exactly what you mean.
Like, man, I'm here. I want to help you in any way I can. All right, I need this, but don't try to save me money. I'm giving you $12. It costs $11.95 after tax. Don't worry about it. Just give me what I want. And then they come back later as a pleaser. Man, I got you exactly what you wanted. I even saved you $4 because I got the cheaper one. That shit. That's the kind of shit, you know.
That scared me to death.
It was my water bottle.
That's like a water jug.
It's like made out of like Teflon and shit.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a batch started. The fucking meadery started with that fucking yeast. It'll be nice to be able to revisit it again.
I still, however, do need to still get some of the dry yeast off of Amazon.
Right.
You know, because if it's going to go in that barrel, I would rather us be able to showcase the stuff with a premium yeast.
Sure.
Free of that barrel. That barrel is great. But man, it's got fucking so many different strains. It's just a mead. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It has absorbed so many weird things and stuff. Now, granted, I purged it here a couple months ago, but it carries with it some flavors of ghosts of mead past.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna go in there and fucking dump an entire tincture in there.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Not a soul.
As we know, we get some people hanging around here. Probably, would not be their best friend.
No, it'd be one awesome evening, and then that'd be that.
That'd be the last evening. So I have. So some of yous has said that you really appreciate the game show aspect that I bang out on this every once in a while.
Heck yeah.
And you guys are both fans of 80s movies, correct?
Yes.
All right.
That's my era.
I feel like Brandon's probably going to kick my ass.
Kind of. But I'm
Yeah.
giving Brandon some harder ones, too, though.
Okay, fair
because
enough.
of the fact he's got you by...
Gotcha by 6 years,
6 years,
bitch.
7?
Watched a lot of movies when I was 6.
All right. So in most cases, we'll see.
I am curious.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
same.
I'm very
In most
curious.
cases, what I will do, I will give you the movie, and you fill in the blank.
Okay.
I will start a quote and leave that quote at the end. You tell me what the rest of that quote is. Okay, let's go ahead and go with this one then. Krista, we'll start with you.
Okay.
We'll go with The Princess Bride from 1987.
Ooh,
And
good
the
year.
quote is, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father."
Prepare to die.
There it is. Okay, easy as that.
See, if
So
I had
now-
a soundboard, I'd have a button I'd hit right now.
Prepare
Yeah,
to die.
Gring, 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 gring.
Ba-dang-dang, ba-dang-a-dang. Maybe I'll get a cowbell and like a fart sound.
That's right. Or at least a triangle for the good shit.
All right, Brandon, here you go. Ghostbusters from 1984.
Oh, I got a cred on the line here. Holy shit.
Ray, when somebody asks you if you're a god,
You say yes.
that's it. All right. I thought, man, if he's going to struggle with that, this guy may not be the
No.
Ghostbusters fan I thought he was.
I was going to go the Hollywood Squares route and say, lick my gooch.
Lick my gooch. All right. Krista, Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan from 1982.
Oh yeah, I've never seen this.
You might be able to guess it, though. Maybe.
Pop culture.
Okay, here is the quote. "Don't grieve, Admiral. It is logical. The needs of the many outweigh."
The needs of the few.
There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
What
well,
kind
there
of
we
sage
go.
are you? Never seen this movie, but you knew that?
Well, that's a pretty common
It only happens in
phrase.
space, bro.
Oh, okay, fair.
All right, Brandon. Let's try
Yes.
this one. Let's go with Fatal Attraction from 1987.
Ooh, this.
Starting to get a little late in the years for you.
Yeah. Well, now I got to admit, I was more Basic Instinct cat than a Glenn Close Fatal Attraction cat. But I'll give him my best. I'll give him my
Okay.
all.
Here's the quote. Fatal Attraction, 1987. Okay. "Well, what am I supposed to do? You won't answer my calls. You change your number. I'm not."
An animal.
Wrong movie.
No. God, no.
Gonna Be Ignored.
Ah.
The old Glenn Close line.
Yeah.
All right.
I watched that movie like twice. And
I've
then Basic
never
Instinct
seen
came
that
out, and I
movie.
saw my first puss in a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And the
that'll
old,
do it.
the old Bush.
Changed
Good.
my life.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have found those magazines under my dad's bed before, anyway.
Right. Movie like that, you look and you go, well, that's really something I can get into right
Yeah.
there. Okay. Let's see. Krista, let's go with Stand By Me from 1986. Here's the quote. All right, Mickey is a mouse, Donald's a duck, Pluto's a dog.
I'm going to be honest. I've seen this movie once. I have no idea.
It would close out with Brandon with the steel.
Yeah.
I
Mickey's
can't.
a mouse, Donald's a duck, Pluto's a dog.
I can't.
What's Goofy?
I guess that makes sense. They talked about everyone but him.
See, the God, I'm going to hear it, and then I'm immediately already beating my own ass in my brain.
All right. Okay, Brandon, how familiar with the movie Body Heat from 1981 might you be?
Ooh. that Jamie Lee Curtis?
Body Heat? Right, I think so.
I'm guessing, but I'm going to say it's pretty minimal.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. And it's from her. The quote is, "You're not too smart, are you? I like that."
Now put it in me.
I like that in a man.
God damn it.
Yeah. All right. How about
I
this
didn't
with
know
Krista?
that.
Let's get a little more mainstream here. Raiders of the Lost Ark, the original from 19. I have to fill in the final because it's a question and response.
Okay.
We have top men working on it right now. Who?
I have no idea. Oh my gosh.
We have top men working on it right now.
Is that
Yes. Who?
is that an exchange between the blonde gal and Indy?
It is between Indiana Jones and the Army guy at the end.
Nope.
Brandon for the steal.
Ugh. Dude, I think I might be shitting the bed on this game.
We have top
Yeah,
men working
that's-
on it right now. Who? Top men.
Oh.
All right. Brandon, let's try something here. We got to get some of these
We got
right.
to get something here.
Yeah,
Okay.
shit. Ooh.
This one from Bull Durham, 1988.
God
And
damn.
this one coming in from the gal that was married to Tony Robbins.
Now see, you're hitting a lot of movies I didn't see.
Oh, well.
I mean, I want to clarify that I didn't get to actually watch any of these movies till I was about 7.
Okay.
If they're like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or like Nightmare on Elm Street or some shit.
How about
Yeah,
this? Let's see.
I'll
if
give
you
it a
can get
shot.
this one.
I'll give it a
All
shot.
right. So it is from the lady who, is the love interest and everything else. Okay. The quote is, "This is the damnedest season I've ever seen. I mean, the Durham Bulls can't lose, and I
Can't win.
can't get laid."
God damn it.
All right. Are we good with front page?
That wasn't even a joke. That was like a legitimate guess.
That's a good guess. That was a good guess. Okay.
Can't get laid.
Let's see if Krista can get this one, because this one goes back. This one predates both of you, actually. From Airplane, from 1980. The quote is, it is a statement followed by a statement.
Okay.
Airplane, 1980. "Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And..."
And deadly.
Brandon for the steal.
And don't call me Shirley.
There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
so that's where that saying is
Yes.
from, I guess.
Exactly.
The mighty Leslie Nielsen.
All right. Yeah, I got more of these than I think I want to go through, but we'll see. Brandon, to you now.
Yes.
From the movie Batman, 1989.
Ooh. There might be a little bit of cred on the line here. I don't know.
"I have given a name to my pain, and it is..."
Oh.
See, this is where I get both you guys, because you
This
both
is
Damn.
overthink. You guys
crazy.
both overthink everything.
This is horrible. I guess this is not
Yeah.
Brandon. This is not my style of game. Wow.
And it is laughter.
Batman.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? I think you might be right.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Well, Krista, how about this one? Okay. Let's see. He's on live. Oh, this is from Naked Gun, 1988.
Okay.
Wow.
I've never seen this movie.
Says he's
Full
on life
disclosure.
support. Doctors say he's got a 50-50 chance of living, though there's only a 10%.
Sorry.
Yeah. That'd be a pass from you as well, Brandon. And there's only a 10% chance of that.
Seriously?
Leslie Nielsen. yeah.
Holy shit. I just need to just.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon, I think, might be able to get this one.
I'm going to try.
It's from, this is Spinal Tap, 1984.
I might.
Here's the statement. There's something about this that's so black. It's like, how much more black could this be? You know, I'm serious. None.
The answer is none.
None more black.
None.
Well,
Yeah.
partial credit. All right. Let's see. Krista, you were good at The Princess Bride a while ago. Let's try this one. Princess Bride, 1987. The statement is inconceivable. The response is, you keep using that word. I do not think it means.
What you think it means.
There it is.
I am the dreaded pie with
I know
wobbles.
that movie far too well. It's one of the few.
That's right.
I guess.
You got to do the next one on movies we like.
All right, Brandon. How about here's one I know you love because it's Amish. Witness from 1985, and Harrison Ford. Look at this.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies.
The quote: "You be careful out there among them."
City folk.
English.
Ah.
All right, Krista.
All right,
here
it
we
wasn't
go.
my favorite
How
movie. I'm
about,
just kidding.
Let's wrap this thing up here. Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, 1989.
Okay.
And this, you fill in the blank with this. You have chosen
Violence.
Poorly.
Oh.
wisely.
Oh, God damn it.
Actually, I would accept poorly too.
I
Because,
forgot
yeah.
you didn't say he.
Yeah.
You didn't say he. Yeah.
Okay, Brandon. Last one. Let's get some fun here. How about this one? We'll go back to Spinal Tap again, 1984. The question: why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
Well, this goes to 11.
There you go. So that's good enough for this
Fair
time.
enough. Sorry, y'all.
Hey.
We'll go like 90s because I think the two of you'd probably crush 90s.
Well,
Hopefully.
90.
Goodness.
Yeah. Either that or we will look
Or we're
just as
terrible.
lame as we
Yeah.
did now.
Wow.
Maybe I'll do a few tweaks on this.
Wah,
Maybe.
wah, wah.
Yeah.
all
Now,
fun and games.
just do a whole one based on Oh Brother quotes.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Nothing
Got
but
you.
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Yeah.
That's right.
Good. I've seen that movie a grand total of 1 time.
We'll do. we'll just do one based solely on the Notebook. How's that? Oh, you didn't watch that either.
Why?
That sounded like a
I've
chick
seen.
flick.
Oh, I've seen it.
A Walk Amongst the Clouds.
What is that?
Some other chick flicks. With the,
I don't watch chick flicks. You've got the wrong girl.
Any movie with Hugh Grant in it.
I don't like Hugh Grant. I think he's overrated.
He's very British. Very British.
What about? So I guess. How about? So if we're talking about chick flicks, how about movies with Sharon Stone in them?
Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct.
I've actually never seen Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
either.
Well,
I
she
need to go back and watch a bunch of movies.
she had her
apparently.
titties all over the big screen through the 80s and 90s.
Hell yeah. That's
She even
always
did
a
it in
good
the early
time.
2000s. People went, whoa, come on now. we have children here, huh?
Oh my goodness.
My kid's over here drinking his beer. Looks to them titties. Come on now. I don't know why I'm assuming it might be a southern source, but probably just as likely as some asshole from the Pacific Northwest, if we're being honest. But yeah, onto the medals. We got no LJ this week. I'm sure you've if you missed the start of this episode.
Yeah. That's why you get two commercials.
The two banger. What do we Anything going on? I know you're the one that alerted me that Slipknot's release day was today.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming out because we've talked about him for like 6 months.
Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't really listen to it.
It sounds riffy as it always does, and heavy.
I mean, so there are just some bands that grow past you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I grew past them. They grew past me.
Yeah, whereas, and I was never really all that big into Slipknot. I would make the argument, I bet Krista was more into Slipknot than I was.
And I've really, honestly, never been. I liked Stone Sour more.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Stone Sour had on that first album they put out. Yeah. Well, the first one where they actually were like a proper band.
Yes.
There's a few really heavy songs on there. Very aggressive. But then there's Bother that's on there.
See, and
I feel like
Bothered.
I feel like Corey
oh
Corey Taylor could retire off of that song alone.
He could, absolutely.
Because I was also in Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Yeah, or something. No,
Yeah.
he Hero I thought was in Spider-Man,
Oh,
and that was
Saliva and Nickelback teaming up as
exactly.
one.
The two lead singers of those bands or whatever.
I gotta admit, I did kind of jam that song.
I love that
for
song.
about 3 months. Jammed it pretty hard.
Do not like Nickelback at all, but man, I love that song.
I have to concede their guitar tone is pretty fucking great.
That's fair.
But that dude's got his own band now, right? So,
To Chad Kroeger?
no, the guitar player from Nickelback, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, you're thinking Creed.
I'm thinking Creed. I do get those two confused because they're both shitty soccer mom bands.
Correct. That's an understandable.
same-
Although
Same
I
period.
gotta admit, like there is more Creed I would listen to than Nickelback. Nickelback, legitimately, there are 3 songs I would listen to and I would enjoy it. Creed, there's about 6.
Nickelback, there's a couple I might have on a playlist if it was a playlist that was titled "Tunes to Get You Laid."
But fucking interwoven with Def Leppard.
I've seen Creed live.
I'm not trying to
y'all.
bang ladies
Have you
my
seen
age. What, are you
Creed
crazy?
live? How was it?
Okay, so it's actually pretty good, but what's so funny is like I was in middle school. I was listening, to like
What year was this?
this would have been actually no, I guess it was early high school, so I guess it would have been early 2000s.
Ooh, so they are in their height.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my uncle, it calls me all excited. He's like, I got you tickets to your favorite band. And so I start listing bands and he's like, no, Creed. And I was like,
No way.
All right.
So anyway, it was a pretty good show, but like, yeah, I've never been a huge fan of Creed.
Yeah.
I've always just thought they were a bit, ridiculous.
It's one of those, like the same reason I could sing along to 2 full Backstreet Boy and NSYNC songs.
Right.
Even
It's-
though I'm not a fan. It's just I've heard it so
Yes.
much
Yes.
that
Yeah.
I just know it.
Whether you want to know it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your head. Sorry.
But realistically, I can't in good conscience sit around and listen to Creed. But
No.
fucking Mark Tremonti is a hell of a guitar player.
I could put a Creed song on that I feel like you guys would actually appreciate if you didn't know it was Creed at all.
Real deep
Fair
cut or
enough.
something, or
It's an opener off of an album they put out called Weathered. Came out in like 2003. Okay. That's, I mean, it's a jam. It's a jam. Rest of it, though,
which would be an advantage because Nickelback hasn't really got anything
Yeah.
you would call a jam.
No.
I don't. Yeah, I'll if I might be able to think of an
Well-
answer by the time the show is over.
The flip side too is that you got to keep in mind. I think I listen to
Silver Side
Silver
Up.
Side Up, and that's my only experience with that band. Because I went, "Whoa, this is fucking terrible."
I mean,
I'd rather listen to Top 40 Radio.
they did do Rockstar.
That's okay.
Through standing in line to clubs I never get in, like
Jesus.
bottom of the ninth, and I'm never going.
Our senior song was Photograph, and I just
Oh.
wanted to blow my brains out. I was like, really, y'all?
When
this
you-
is the best you could do.
When you listen to it, did it make you laugh?
Usually bands that have the if you love their first record, they usually start to trail off, right?
Sure,
I mean,
sure,
unless
absolutely.
it's a band that's around for a very long time, like Deftones, I'd say no, they got much better.
They have aged well.
Yeah, God, I'm even getting around to where I can kind of listen to Saturday Night Wrist every once in a while. But
It's odd how we appreciate these things as we get older.
But you know one that I thought was really, really strange because it was all based on that premise that the first record's a banger and then the second one gets a little more mellow, and as it does, I would go way back right when Ozzy left Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought that Diary of a Madman was his first record, and Blizzard of Oz was the second. Blizzard of Oz has got production value that that kind of still, even to this day, will blow me away every once in a while. No, it was Blizzard of Oz. That was his first fucking album after Black Sabbath. But based on that premise of like, man, I mean, Diary of a Madman's a raw record. I mean,
sure.
Really, realistically, I mean, Randy Rhoads really showing off. Like, I mean, that was his record that really showcased fucking what the loss was when that guy died.
I think it's a matter of, even though Ozzy was established with Black Sabbath, that first album that you put out, you kind of want to fucking have that be the successful album, so then the second album's the album you really want to make.
Yeah.
Look at I bring it up because like Mudvayne put out their first album, which was ridiculously heavy. Had some like moodier parts too, but overall a heavy album. Put the second album out, and it's far more creative. There's heaviness, but there's expansion. Didn't go over well with the hardcore fans of the first one, because you like the first one, and then any deviation from that, and you call shit on all that.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of that second album.
Not to inject a little more drama, at least where Ozzy is concerned, but I also didn't know until actually like last week. That other shit I learned like 15 years ago, and I was shocked it took me that long to know that. But what I found out this week is apparently there was some issue from the founding members of Ozzy Osbourne's band after he left Black Sabbath, that it was going to be Blizzard of Oz, and Ozzy's name was going to be kind of small on it, because that wasn't necessarily what the name of their band was going to be. They didn't really know, but I think they were going to go with the Blizzard of Oz, and that was going to be the band. And it turned out that the label went, no, we're going to put Ozzy's name real huge right smack here in the middle and call it Ozzy Osbourne, the Blizzard of Oz, and that'll be the album name. That didn't go over so fantastically, but
funny how little control you have over shit like that when you're a big star.
Yeah, it sucks.
Krista let my dog out, and I appreciate that because he was starting to whine.
I heard that whine, but that was the whine of like, man, I really got to shit or piss.
Right. Yeah. Not I want to jam something down my the old boiler here.
Well, give me that duck jerky.
All right, you want to move on to MMA?
Let's get it wrapped up.
Okay. Dana White Contender Series is now over. The fucking prodigy, the fucking kid that came out of Penn State that is just utterly crazy, Bo Nickel. You had a good point the other night because he fought and like early, like week 2 or 3, something like that. Dana White, and he fucking just murdered this guy in under a minute. Dana White's like, I want to see you come back. I wonder, because you had the idea, that might have been like him telling the rest of the middleweight division, look, motherfuckers, I can't keep this kid from the UFC, so prepare yourselves, because he's going to get another one on the Contender Series, and he's going to be right here.
Yeah. And speaking of that motherfucker has his first fight announced. December 10th, UFC 282, fighting Jamie Pickett.
And
that is actually a name, but it's a name, like it's a name we know.
Yeah, that's, well, he'd called out Kamzat, which
I know it took me a minute.
I appreciate the moxie.
Yeah, especially the way he did it. Called like, I'm calling out that Swede that can't make weight.
Yeah, like we all know he's a Ruski.
Yeah,
but
hey, legitimate reason to be afraid of this man.
Yeah, but
we talk shit about wrestlers. I'm not going to talk a lot of shit. Like, we don't talk shit about Randy Couture.
I think to compete at that level in the UFC, I think it's going to be a bit of a difference.
Yeah,
I think when he takes on Pickett, man, Jamie Pickett's got some. He is a seasoned vet. That's a great fucking match to throw Bo Nickel.
And he's huge. Jamie Pickett's huge.
Yeah.
That it's not like they're doing the Sean O'Malley thing. It's like, let's just throw this guy, another guy that won on the Contender Series, and let's see how he does.
Well, we'll see how many fights this guy has in before he's getting his first title shot compared to whatever Sean O'Malley gets.
Ooh, well, he's about to get a shot in the mouth in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to.
Let's see what else we got here. Tito Ortiz in a music video called Redneck Enough to Be Dangerous. That sounds fun.
Is it a Kid Rock video?
I almost wanted to click on it to see. I'm going to say no, but
We don't want that search history in that fucking laptop.
yeah, that's right. I'm logged into Google here. I don't want that shit on my shit. And this last thing I'll fucking bring up.
Which, by the way, and that is a thing. If you got anybody you don't like that you work with and they take like long lunches and leave you stuck holding the bag, get on their computer and search a bunch of fucking vile shit.
That's right.
Because then, like, you know, they'll start getting stuff that'll pop up if they get on Facebook or Google or whatever, and they'll start getting ads. It's like, the fuck is this Kickstart dildo? What is this? What the hell is this thing? Where'd this come from?
And why was it not in my life sooner? Lastly, on the MMA side from me, talking about bringing Lyoto Machida back for one fight. For Shogun Hua's retirement fight. I'm okay with this.
That sounds like some Bellator shit, man.
I'm all right with that. But, man, Lyoto Machida is a guy you call when you want a career to be done.
Yeah.
Or you want him to be done in the UFC. The fact they'd bring him back just to fight Shogun, I'm cool with that. Who else is going to fight Shogun and murder him? I don't want that to happen. Make his last fight competitive. They tried to do that with Vitor. We saw how that went.
I say we go with like some weird like carnival sideshow shit and bring back Henry Cejudo to fight Shogun Rua.
Well, don't mention that motherfucker's name. He'll come back.
But make him he has to come in at 125, and Shogun can come in at the 205 limit there.
Yeah, that's more Ryzen shit.
Yeah,
Not Bellator.
that sounds actually more Russian. Throw a bear in there. And
Yeah,
fucking
Bear and 6 other people.
And an entire octagon surrounded by a bunch of people smoking fucking terrible cigarettes.
It just smells like cloves.
Ugh. I imagine Russian cigarettes got to smell like fucking fecal matter, right?
I don't know how their backy fields are. I don't buy Russian smokes. I buy Indian.
Yeah,
Persian.
Russia's got to deal with smoking only Russian smokes right now, I guess. So.
Those poor bastards.
All right, yeah. Picks for the week. Drinks. I guess I'm still on the water, I suppose.
Yay.
Me too.
Yay.
Although there's a pretty good chance I'll be throwing down some whiskey here.
I'm going to keep it healthy and go Michelob Ultra.
Going healthy. Good.
Yeah.
Good for
Michelob
you.
Ultra Light.
Speaking of soccer moms a while ago.
That's right. Well, that ain't no carbonated water with liquor in it. It's carbonated beer with a little liquor in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And 3.2 carbs. Hey now.
All right, Krista, you can't drink yet, but tomorrow night after your performances are done, you're going to settle into some wine, some Chablis. What do you got?
Peanut Nor?
I might. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of lame now.
Good.
I usually go
a little
home
bit
and
of
go-
that Mad Dog Vintage 2021.
Ooh.
You know.
Yes.
I
The
did
blue
pick up
flavor.
some wine from Enchantment from my my quarterly pickup. So
Yeah.
I suppose I could have a glass of that, whatever is up there.
Let's see. On to the next thing. Anything you're listening to in particular this week?
I'm going to wrap up the last bit of that Murder Nom album we were jamming before we started.
That's actually where we're wrapping up too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. I haven't really been listening to much this week. Been a little out of the loop.
Yeah.
Catching you fancy, Krista?
Oh, I don't know. I
Yeah.
was listening to Blink 182 on
Gotcha.
the way over here.
Right.
That's always fun.
Okay. And then MMA, I guess there's a card tomorrow. 5 p.m. start time for Mountain Time, but Mackenzie Dern's on it. Headline. That's her headliner, right?
I believe so. Fighting an Asian lady.
Yeah.
Shows you how much we...
Yeah. Well, her. Yeah. I'm not up on her name.
Yeah.
I've seen it several times. It's not sticking. But Mackenzie needs a win. I think that's where she'll probably get it.
Absolutely. And she'll go on being pretty, keep doing that thing, till she starts getting up there near the killers, which a win there will do it.
Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of her last time out. So when she's fighting Marina, Yeah, we better go because the gnats are starting to really.
That's right. We're being assaulted here
Yeah,
on our own turf.
Yeah, well, we'll either be back at it again next week or 3 weeks from now. Fucking something. Just, I guess, just get off our ass, right? That's where we're at, kind of.
Shut up and leave us alone.